I fervently hope that MTE is not just about competing and winning awards. Most importantly, it has to be about cultivating an innovative mindset within the society, bringing entrepreneurs as well as scientific and technology tech communities together to find common ground by collaborating and working towards bringing better technology solutions, innovative products to the world.
I hope that this 3-day event will provide substantial opportunities for participants from multifarious backgrounds to not only display their innovations and inventions, but also to seize the opportunity to interact, discuss, and exchange ideas on the latest techniques and technology that will eventually benefit all, inshallah.
MTE provides a conducive platform for innovators to promote their invention through various innovative approaches, as well as to expand. So this exhibition also allows them to find potential investors or customers to help in marketing and commercializing their invention products in the market.
We need to continuously inspire, ignite and innovate our youth to make sure that they will become prosumer.
We want to thank our partners, Proton Group and team, with over 20 years experience in organizing such an event for making this possible.
We came from Poland,
Vietnam, country Croatia,
Iran, Taiwan,
Bali, Indonesia.
So far it's been extremely interesting to see a broad range of technical and scientific endeavours.
We made a lot of contacts regarding next step with university community and with real sector community.
We are very glad we are here and for this great exhibition.
Very high performance, and that we show what the technology we have.
It is indeed my privilege to welcome all participants to the Malaysia Technology Expo 2020 Special Edition the Covid-19 International Innovation Awards. Thank you for joining us, especially all the international participants.
Saya bagi pihak NADMA Malaysia mengucapkan terima kasih
syabas kepada MTE 2020 Covid-19.
It is my pleasure to join you today at the Malaysia Technology Expo MTE 2020 Special Edition COVID-19 International Innovation Awards ceremony to recognize and celebrate the hard work of those among us who constantly push the boundaries of innovation. I would like to congratulate all the winners as well as your team members who have been supporting you throughout your journey.
MTE 2021 Virtual Edition will be the catalyst in encouraging innovators and inventors to share and inculcate innovativeness and sustainability in their research. Innovation is not just about making new and better products. It encompasses all aspects of ideas, processes, systems, services, methods and models.
As large gatherings are no longer encouraged, I'm happy to see that MTE has gone virtual. This will allow more innovators and to promote their innovation and share their ideas with the world.
We look forward to university putting a strong efforts to forge strategic collaboration with industry to generate new sizes, innovations and commercial entities.
There may come a day in the near future when we have overcome this crisis, but our innovations may be able to assist another country in their fight against the pandemic.
To lift student engagement and attainment in innovation and to support teachers and improve student outcome, innovation and technopreneur mind.
Involving youth at an earlier stage is important, especially as Malaysia is slowly but surely becoming a greying nation. Innovation alone is not sufficient. We must also create an infrastructure for incubation of ideas and transform them into successful ventures.
Enhancing not only in the design but also the delivery of public goods and services for the people. Innovation in government is imperative not only to transform but also to stay ahead of change.
The quick responses to protect the citizens from COVID-19 shows the unity of the nation. Know that your contribution is critical to the transformation of our country.
I'm fully confident that this year's MTE IIA, albeit on a new normal platform and approach, has achieved its desired impacts.
It has been nurturing the innovation culture among scientists, researchers, students and startup founders in order for them to transform their ideas into business ventures.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next lined up program is a knowledge sharing session. Please enjoy.
Women in STEM International Working Group on Practice. All right. So this is what we are going to do today. First, I will present some of the issue and challenges, and also the STEM pipeline or the STEM framework. And after that, I will be given all the attendees for this roundtable 5 minutes. First, introduce yourself and then share what are the best practices you can suggest to link to the STEM framework that I just proposed. And then I also would like to get some ideas from the members of the roundtable to share what are the initiatives to make girls and women in STEM, because our collaborators, Women in STEM International Working Group on Practice, also are interested to know. I mean, how can we work together to not only help boys and girls, men and women, but we also want to know if your organization or your company have any special initiative to attract women and girls to love STEM. All right. Why is STEM important? And I'm sure now everybody know that STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And we are in the 21st century. And we are also in the 4th industrial revolution. So there's a lot of challenging happening there. And I'm sure everybody agree, if I can say that STEM plays a key role in the sustained growth and stability of economy. Like now, we are facing pandemic. We need a lot of experts in STEM to help designing not only the vaccine, not only the medical, but also the medical equipment, and then the climates, the environment, because all these playing important to sustain the growth and the stability of the economy. And this is also critical, not only helping Malaysia, but also the world. And then we know that among the global challenges in the 21st century, like climate change, poverty, food security, water security, and the growing world economy, all depend on a population well educated in STEM. So this is the challenges also we would like to discuss during this roundtable, and then how your organization or your company has been doing to help this, and also to help the world, into facing all this challenging. And then I also would like to share National STEM Movement Malaysia in 2016. We have came out with a definition of STEM, which is the discipline of knowledge of consisting of science. When we talk about science, everybody must be able to understand about physics, chemistry, biology, and mathematics. Especially in Malaysia, we mentioned something like also additional mathematics with the integration of various technologies. Now, the 4th industrial revolution, how can we, the technologies, engaging, integrate, bridging all these concepts of science and mathematics, and engineer it, so that STEM can incorporate all the technologies that engage science and mathematics. So we're also looking forward for all the members of the roundtable today to help us. How can we integrate all these science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and make the talents from cradle to career to help our nation and also our world to move the stability of the economy. All right, this is the STEM framework that I've been myself and my team from Malaysia in 2011. We have conducted a research and we came out with this STEM framework, which also we call STEM pipeline. But our STEM work here at the present, National STEM Association Malaysia adopting this framework and this STEM pipeline. When we talk about STEM pipeline, it's of course from cradle to career. But when we talk about the framework, is the integration of all the infrastructure, the curriculum, the embedding culture and knowledge, enculturing and STEM-related career, the creative leader, next generation scientist. So all this framework that we are focusing today, and I would like to hear also from all the members of the roundtable, how did your company or your organization or your research incorporating this STEM framework, which is when we talk about the infrastructure here, we also need to know about the education, whether it is a formal education or it's a non-formal education, and then how is the birth of the STEM culture which should be happening. Of course, if from this framework, we must start from nursery or cradle, from cradle and then to the nursery, to the preschool, to the primary school, and then to the secondary school, tertiary, and then to the career, and then of course how that we can help continuously together with all those attending today to make sure that we be able to fly STEM and talents together. And of course, when we look at this framework, the environment is very, very important. When we talk about the environment, how can your company or your organization and or your products be able to create a positive environment towards this STEM framework in terms of the usage by the family, by the peers, effective fund, and the community. And all these environment go across the framework, which is from cradle to career. That's why now National STEM Association of Malaysia and University Malaya STEM Center, because National STEM Association Malaysia, we place in University Malaya STEM Center, but of course we serve the whole country from Malaysia. And now we are collaborating with Women in STEM International Working Group, USA, and also other parts of the world. And of course, when we talk about cradle to career, we also not only focusing on environment, we are also focusing on the curriculum. The curriculum in terms of contextual teaching and learning, interdisciplinary effective pedagogy, the assessment, the mentoring, and the enriched STEM class. On top of that, we also talking in the framework here is on the leadership. Leadership of the country is the policy conducted or practice or shared by the politician in terms of enhancing STEM is there. Or leadership from your own company, leadership at school, instructional leadership, so empowerment leadership. So that's in this framework, we also would like to hear during the roundtable, how can you suggest to really make this framework and the STEM pipeline a reality, and we'll be able to help not only in Malaysia, Indonesia, or India. We have India today, Nepal, Pakistan, Singapore, Australia, but we want to have a very happy STEM in the world. And of course, along the way, we have embedding the culture with knowledge, having, like STEM with music, STEM with religion, STEM with arts, and then along the way in the framework, we need to develop STEM thinker. When we talk about STEM thinker, a lot of people talking design thinking, problem solving, and then creativity and so forth. So I hope the members of Roundtable today will help to enhance and to incorporate the best practices and the STEM framework. And of course, we know that now is the fourth industrial revolution. In China, people are talking about 5G. If you can see China news every night, because I'm following their news, there's a lot of robots being designed to help make our work daily easier. So they really have lots of robots to help in their company, in their factory, in their school, and so forth, in their hospital, to incorporate technology to make it useful to enculture to sustain the fun, the excitement of STEM in the world. So this is the way forward that we want to come out today, and how. And of course, what's going to happen to the next generation of the scientists? Yes, when we talk in the tertiary and the industry, we would like to see more Nobel laureates from the STEM. So with the science, but of course, before we could come up with the Nobel laureate at the preschool, if we see the framework there to develop thinking mind at the nursery and the preschool. Is there any things that your company or your organization are doing to develop thinking mind from nursery to preschool? And then from there, we go to the primary school to develop the young scientists. And then secondary, we include with several NGO link with the scientists, with the industry. Is it happening now? How can we do together? So hopefully this roundtable will be able to share out the best practices in line with this framework. How can we help it? And maybe if we have a grant or anything in future that we can conduct the reality of all this framework or this idea. And then of course, the next bar chart is to include link with the industry, with the Nobel laureates. And then, of course, we are looking more STEM creative leaders, more creative fun leaders, in the sense that we want to fly the knowledge. People will love, when they talk about STEM, the sparkle at the face, they're really excited to know more about STEM. All right. So this is the framework that I'm talking about. This came out from my research and my team in 2011. So when I presented to Women in STEM International Working Group on practice, they like it. And then that's why today we would like to hear more feedback from all our colleagues today to really align it with the best practices. All right. Best practices or initiative under National STEM Association Malaysia. One is the STEM Mentor-Mentee. We have conducted since 2015, following the concept from the cradle to the career. And then the STEM Ambassador. Now, STEM Ambassador is initiated by Universiti Malaya, coordinated by Universiti Malaya STEM Center, where we encourage not only STEM STEM program, but also those not in the STEM program to come in under elective courses to attend STEM literacy. Another third one is the mini theatre STEM that we are doing it now actively since 2019. Then young scientists, we work together with University Malaysia Sabah, and then hopefully now we want to expand it further. And of course, we venture also into STEM and agriculture. Just a quick glance with me, some of the pictures that this is the Mentee. We involve about 14 universities in Malaysia, private and public and private, secondary school, primary school, and preschool. So this is in line with our STEM framework from cradle to career. Instead, our STEM activity also, we start the real world issue. The real world issue that I've shared with you all just now. So this is also our initiative to enhance our STEM framework. And then, of course, we do lots of fun, smart learning activities using robots, not only the Connect, all those colorful materials, but they also in line with the knowledge like what the STEM definition given earlier. And then, of course, we use a lot of gadget like graphing calculator because we don't want them to calculate, but we want them more communication happening in the team, more thinking is happening. So this is also supporting our framework. And then, of course, success is driven not only what we know, but by what we can do with what we know. So all these young youth should be equipped with knowledge and skill to solve tough problems, gather, evaluate, and make sense of information. That's why National STEM Association is looking forward more with the industry. How can we do mentoring or the internship? Then we can please suggest your initiative. We will pick up and then we'll contact you after this roundtable. And then, of course, to enhance children learning, continuously we must ask ourselves, how are the children doing? Do my approaches make sense? How can I encourage growth in all the children? So with this, we in line with our framework, and a lot of our learning materials, we take care of this concept. So this is some of the example. So these are the pictures. We are doing a lot of fun activities at University Malaya STEM Center. Yeah, so we hope that more other places will share and will come forward to collaborate with National STEM Association, and we will because now most of the universities that with us, they also started to open up their STEM center so that every state will be able to get more collaborators, especially from the members of the roundtable today. We want to work hand in hand to really fly the STEM and talents together. And then engaging STEM activities. And I always say, learning will develop our young children with logical thinking. This is very, very important, logical thinking, if we encourage them to think and reason as early as possible. This is in line with our framework just now because we are focusing from cradle to career. All right. So some people said technology is the only STEM. No, even this is my friend, Professor Ramli. Last time they used to be with University Malaya, now with the University Sultan, the UNIZA, Sultan in UNIZA in Terengganu. So they are rearing a lot of beautiful goat there. So this is also that we are best practices that we are supporting our framework. And then of course, several activities from other universities. And as I said earlier, in the framework, we should make the young people think deeply and think well so that they become innovators, educators, researchers, and leaders, enhance the quality of STEM learning opportunities. Because from that STEM framework just now, we encouraging now a lot of partners, a lot of best practices either from Malaysia or from India, from Indonesia, from Australia, and so forth. We have a lot of people all over today. I'm very happy and very fortunate. So we can, and then Lynn from US, we will be able to hear more after this, and then to make sure that our framework be supported by several NGOs or company or individual or the universities, because we want our future of citizen, either male or female. But if you have any good example on girls and women, please share. Also, we want them to encourage, become innovators, educators, researchers, and leaders. So these are the innovative work, and then learning environment, creative vertical garden, and then STEM agriculture is started now in Kelantan, in Sabah, and then several few other places has started STEM agriculture. You know, so, and then learning is beautiful and touches our heart if we communicate to each other. This is also supporting the framework to make sure that the children are given opportunity to communicate, to share their ideas. So we would like to hear what are your company or your organization has done some of the best practices to support the framework, and also allow them to make, you know, the learning is so sweet, and then be able to share our excitement in STEM with each other. So with that, thank you very much. I hope you get to know something about what we are going to do today, mostly to hear from you all what is your best practices. My committee will pick up and then we'll share the outcome of today's roundtable to support the STEM framework and the best practices. All right, thank you very much. And then I'll open for the discussion.
Thank you, Dato. Okay, I would like to give some housekeeping notes before we start the session. Hopefully everyone can register your attendance in the link provided in the chat box. And please do mention your name and your affiliation before you start sharing with everyone, so we can do the follow-up later. Thank you.
Okay, so please mention your name, from your mention your organization, and then your sharing, incorporating the STEM framework that I just shared just now. So it's open for discussion. Maybe Lynn from US, you want to start first? Because I scared that you want to go and sleep. Now it's at night for you all. Okay, pass to you, Lynn. Please unmute, Lynn.
Dato, I just give the...
There it is. So sorry. You'd think after all these months of dealing with Zoom, I would know how to unmute myself. I so apologize, but I am so delighted to be here, and so pleased that Dato was able to pull together this wonderful roundtable, which I keep seeing number like 69 people are joining, and and I am sure, knowing this woman, that she would have done this anyway. Dato is, as many of you know, a force in a wonderful way, but because we have this international effort, I think this dovetailed well with what she is also trying to accomplish, which, by the way, as she said, we're working with 9 Southern and Southeastern Asian nations. And, you know, our goal, we don't want to reinvent the wheel. What we want to do is to use the foundation of wonderful things that are going on in South and Southeast Asia and build upon them. And by the way, I just want to say that there are already, we know in terms of practice, there are examples that are far better than what's going on in the US, which likes to think it's at the very top, but it is not. So anyway, I just want to thank all of you for joining in, and I'm sure Dato will use this for other reasons, but this is going to become a part of a report that we will be spreading around broadly. And I should say that the funding for this effort is from the U.S. National Science Foundation. And so at least in the U.S. and some parts of the world, saying it's from the U.S. National Science Foundation is a good thing. By the way, because of all the international work I do, I've always added U.S. to the National Science Foundation, and some of my American colleagues have said, well, are there other national science foundations? And I said, indeed, they are, and I've called them off. So again, we are hoping to learn from all of us together, and the U.S. is playing a small role in this. We want to learn from all of you. So I'm so delighted that Dato, again, it's part of her ability to pull together this group. And I did tell her that I will probably only be able, and thank you for letting me speak early, Dato. I have a very early morning meeting in on my Wednesday, which I know you already are in the midst of. And so I will hopefully be able to stay for at least an hour. But if you see me leave, it is not by any means because I don't care about this topic nor care about all that you have to say. But thank you. I'm going to shut up now so that others can share their ideas.
Right,
thank you, Dato.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, yes, we are very fortunate to get the support from National Science Foundation USA, and Lynn is one of the coordinator for this project, and she'd like to hear also more how that other countries supporting the framework that I just shared. So now I open to other members of the round table. Please introduce your name and your organization.
This is Peng from Australia.
All right.
From South Australia, from Adelaide.
Okay.
Nice to hear Linda speaking from USA. And we would like to hear a little bit more, maybe one small case study of how do we inspire girls into STEM.
All right.
If we can hear that from Lynn.
No, I think we want to hear from other people. She has.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, maybe
okay, so,
from your company.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're muted, Lynn. We cannot hear you.
I have to get used to this. I'm happy to share some ideas with you, Peng, but again, the purpose of this meeting is to hear from others as well. And by the way, I've spent a great deal of time in Australia, but not in Adelaide.
Soon we will connect through Zoom.
Yes, that would be lovely.
Okay, so I will then focus back on Lin's STEM for girls, which Dato already I think few times mentioned about the importance of gender equality.
Yep.
So we went straight to the point of solving that problem of United Nations SDG number 5, I think, gender equality. So what we do in Malaysia is connected to Minister of Housing in order to make every house a smart home, and provide quality education in STEM to the children inside the house. And if we can provide quality education of hours instead of months to make IoT STEM AI projects to the girls, then we can create gender equality and to double the human resource. Because at the moment, even in Australia, I think there's about 10% only participation of STEM in girls. And so if we can raise that to equal the boys, that's 200%. That's double the human resource already in order to do the most important part of this problem called artificial intelligence games addiction, which is a secondary pandemic of the COVID-19. And this artificial intelligence games addiction, we paraphrase it or rephrase it as AI drug addiction. It's ADA. And the solution is maybe ASA, AI STEM addiction, using the technique of drones and all sort of things to try to get the attention, to make it even more addictive. So we have ADA as the problem, AI drug addiction, and ASA as a potential solution. And so with this, I think that the gender equality for girls is extremely important in order to counterbalance this onslaught of AI drug addiction, which obviously United Nations, UNICEF, UNESCO have a lot of reports already. Even in mainstream television in Australia, we had a Four Corner program just the other day, have a very long research about this problem.
Okay, Dr. Peng,
we will share that in the link.
Dr. Yes, please share that in the link, because there's a lot of people here. We would like to give opportunity. All right. I mean,
others now. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So please, the members of the round table. Anyone from others?
Morning, Dato.
Okay,
morning, Dato. I'll do a quick one before I leave. I have another.
All right.
First of all, I'd like to applaud and congratulate Dato for your movement in Malaysia. I think you're doing a fantastic job. I think that is, that's why it's very timely. And now bringing in USA Foundation in cooperation with the foundation here, I think it's also timely. Getting the women involved is very important.
Yes.
I see that a lot of schools are taking part in STEM education, but not many girls are in part of the in the movement. No? As far as I am concerned, I'm also the president of this Student School Alumni, a small school in Noraini. We started off a project with STEM Foundation Australia about 2 years ago. We have got the students involved. I think a lot more need to be done. And what we are doing is we're also tying up with some girls' schools in Noraini, convent school, to start up a STEM chapter in Malaysia. I think what I understand is, I think the foundation and under your movement, we should have active learning strategies. Very important. No? I think what is active, whereby there's a lot of hands-on experience for the students. And they must also be student engagement, whereby they understand what's in the class and out the class, so they feel there is a similarity and they're able to understand, apprehend it immediately. That's very important.
Yes.
And I think the other thing moving forward is, I think we should have a uniform curriculum. That's very important, because the curriculum across the schools must be uniform and standardized, such a way that it is clearly articulated by the teachers. I think the teachers need to be trained. So teachers must be learned, and they must be able to be. They must be trained, and able to articulate the STEM education in such a manner that students can actually understand it quickly and able to adopt it. That's important.
Yes.
I think that, as you rightly said in your opening speech, the jobs in the near future, or even today, the jobs out there, I would say out of 20 jobs, 15 are very much related to STEM education.
Yep.
15 of the jobs.
Yeah.
If you don't embrace STEM education at the early age and make them understand, we will not be able to get the output what we want as far as industry. Otherwise, the industry captains will keep saying that there's a gap between industry and academia. We need to bring the gap.
Right. Okay.
On that, thank you very much. I think this is
yeah. I think it's a great suggestion because Prof. Selvaraj also is the CEO for this institute of the center, for curriculum and English and so forth. So I think National STEM Association Malaysia, and with the helps from National Science Foundation, Lin and the gang, and all other peoples in today, we can think of to design a common curriculum suggested. And I think University Malaya STEM Center now acting as a coordinator for Ministry of Higher Education in Malaysia, then can came out with the coordinate STEM curriculum to share out to everybody, so that they will be able to get excitement that science is fun, it's not tough or it's not abstract. So this also we should be venture. If we look at the cradle to career, the teaching and learning, the pedagogy also should be taken care. All right. Okay. Others members of the round table, please introduce yourself, where you're from, and then your suggestion. Dr. Winston Jacob, maybe you want to say something? Please unmute, Dr. Winston. Please unmute.
Dr. Winston, you are muted.
Yeah.
We can't hear you. Yeah, Dr. Winston is actually from Bangalore. He is a member of the British Empire. Can you unmute your microphone? Yeah.
Okay, while he's settling, maybe I could call Dr. Tengku Nasaria, my partner's another excitement lady, ex-CEO of Petrosign, to say something. Tengku Nasaria, please.
Hello, I'm so sorry. Oops, let me put my face in.
Okay.
Hello, hi, thank you so much. I'm so pleased to be here. Yes, it's so exciting to hear from everyone. I used to be in Petroscience, which is the premier science center here. So from my angle, of course, we're always looking into your chart, Dato, which is the formal, informal. Yeah, of course, a science center, for example, comes from the informal, which, as you know, from evidence like what Lynn Jerking's paper says, like 95%, probably more now, much more now, learning happens on STEM. Is outside the classroom. Yeah. So obviously there are just a very, very quick one. Not everybody can build a science center, but there are many good practices from science centers. We make people laugh or increase the science literacy through exhibition and through programs. Right? Of course, exhibition, nobody can emulate a exhibition, expensive ones here and there. But from programming, there are lots and lots and lots of examples all over the world how we create curiosity from babies, from every single level, from school group to families to whatever. Every single level of how we can create a love for science through the programming we do, and we can see this being replicated by anyone. That's not meant from by NSTA, like what that does. It's all over.
I don't think she.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So basically, those things are easy to find in best practices. We just look in the menu of things that is done by science centers. So I'm not going to go on about that. It's just to know that, to tell that, of course, everything it works in the end in an ecosystem, and we just have to make this ecosystem rich in our country to ensure that people keep on learning, from the environment, from the people around them, so that then the learning can actually be scaffolded to learn to next level and next level. So this idea, your framework that starts from baby, cradle to grave, I think is very, very important. And so this meeting, I think, is very essential. And I just love what Dr. Peng was talking about, making smart homes. I mean, that's such a wonderful, that is really going to make the difference. These are the kind of ideas that we want to hear. Yeah, thank you.
Right. Excellent. Okay. All right. Dr. Winston, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready. Can you hear me now?
Yes, better. Please.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Good evening. And Dato and Lynn, Dr. Peng, congratulations in all what you all are doing. Excellent work being done. I'm very pleased to be here this morning and to see some live case studies that are being conducted in Australia by the scouts, young scouts that I'm involved with.
Okay, young scouts.
And you'll be happy to see all those videos which Peng will and Miro will share with you all.
All right.
And we are going to also transmit that to a whole of the scout organization around the world, starting with India.
Please, up in Malaysia, under National STEM Association Malaysia, we love to collaborate. Yeah,
Yes.
As long as it's helping, making it fun, and then exploration and all this STEM, we love to, because under
Yes.
National STEM Association, we have a lot of teachers as a members.
Very good.
So your idea on the scouts and the guides and so uniform body to make it informal culture to love
Yes.
STEM is great.
Yeah,
Because
we are
I used to be a girl guides in the school time.
very good.
Yeah.
All of
So
us
I got a lot of badges.
Wow.
That makes
Now
it
we
very
can start
interesting.
a STEM badge for Scout movement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, so Dato,
I've
you
al-
can start the guides movement for STEM badge.
Yes, can.
Digital STEM badge.
Yeah.
So
We've already got that
You can.
planned out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dr. Winston is actually a commissioner of Scout, and he's very humble. He never introduced himself, and he's also on the board of ARTDO, ARTDO, Asia Regional Training Development Organization, just launched into USA last week.
On Sunday.
So he's a board member. So we'll connect NSA to ARTDO. We are also setting up the STEM committee in
Technical
ARTDO,
committee.
42
Right.
countries.
Dr. Winston is where you located?
I'm in Bangalore, India.
Okay, so we will visit you.
Bali.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to visit Bangalore.
Yeah, you're most welcome anytime.
Yes.
And Intel, by the way, just share this quickly. Thanks to Dr. Winston, Intel India has sponsored 100 girls in making drones using our technology called Run Link.
Okay.
Just 2 weeks ago. So
All
it's
right.
an ongoing process. So Dr. Winston will be a huge influencer for NSA.
Okay. All right. Sure. Dr. Winston, we're looking forward to
Thank you.
activate and to make it happen. All your
Yes.
good initiative, in Bangalore, and definitely we want to explore further to make
Thank you.
STEM more fun and more lively.
Yes.
All right. Now I
Thank you very
other
much.
people.
Can Dr. Winston, can you put your details onto the chat box so everybody can contact you?
Yeah, Lynn, I saw you waving. You want to say something?
Yes, and I finally figured out how to be ready when I'm called on. I just want to thank Dr. Peng and Dr. Winston for sharing their ideas, which are those countries for different reasons are not a part of our project, but we're going to have a website.
Yeah.
And we are happy to make sure that people know about the work that's going on. And I'm thrilled that Dr. Winston is now in the US of A. And I just want to support, these are wonderful ideas. And around the world, all of us are wrestling with this issue, be it little girls who are not in school yet, but finding out that maybe they don't belong because of, you know, families that are well-intentioned but don't know about STEM, to feeling like STEM is not for girls. I do a lot of work with Hispanic families and girls, and they just don't think that that's something that girls should do. And even for their sons, they only recognize being a doctor or being a lawyer. So a doctor is STEM, but if you talk about engineering, they don't know about that. So they don't encourage their sons even to pursue that. And of course, we want to go across the lifespan. And I need to leave like very soon, but I just wanted to say too that we're certainly interested in cradle to career,
right?
But we're also interested in cradle to, this is morbid, but to death, and having people who are not working in, they're not scientists, they're not technicians, they're not a part of the STEM enterprise, but they actually are, they know enough about STEM to vote accordingly, to actually support their children, girls, excuse me, girls and boys, should that be important. And that people just feel like, you know, they can identify with STEM. And fortunately, in most of your countries, you're not dealing with evidence as not something that's important. But here in the US, we have been dealing with science having this very negative connotation, so that, oh no, we don't have to worry about climate change. I mean, and we certainly don't, we're not causing it. It's everybody else or not us. So anyway, I just want to say thank you so very much. And all the ideas that are shared here that I will likely miss, I will catch up to.
We will come out with the report and we'll share with the working group.
And hopefully beyond the work, you know, this is a small group of people. We couldn't invite all the people or all the countries we might choose to, but the world has so much to learn from one another, which is sort of the spirit of our effort. So thank you.
I like your idea to extend not only until career. I will, you know, improve the framework. That means we include also our senior citizen. You know, the senior citizen. Because they still be able to, you know, understand what STEM. Instead, some of them has hold a higher position before they're retired. So bring them in, make use of them, and then we'll work together with the industry and the NGOs to help the country. You know, it doesn't matter whether we are from India, Australia, Indonesia, Thailand, or Malaysia, or US. I think it's good. Will we add in this? We will call in into the framework on the senior citizen.
Yeah, people like me. And by the way, this is a global need, so we should make this a global movement.
Yes.
Anyway,
Absolutely. Lynn, I have just joined you as a pensioner today. I just turned 66, so I just become a pensioner of Australia.
Okay.
Well,
please
in the US, it's at 65, and for me, that was February 1st. So, hey, a high five to you, sir. Yes.
Can you put your details there so everybody can contact you?
I will. I'll do that before I leave.
Lovely. Hands make light work.
Okay.
Now, I invite 500 years ago.
Please, I invite other speakers. I think there's from Anne from Singapore. Are you there?
Okay, let me.
Or other or other speakers you want to share? Or maybe Dr. Ruzaimi, your drawing, please. You want to share something?
Okay, let me.
Ruzaimi, are you there? Oh, tak ada. I saw Suhaimi. You want to share, Suhaimi, on your pandai?
Assalamualaikum, a very good day, Dato. Maybe Suhaimi is not there, so I'll be presenting pandai for the time being. Will that be okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
How can your organization incorporate to our STEM framework? Okay.
Yes. Okay. I'm just going to show just a little bit about our app.
Okay.
This is something that is already out in the market. In Malaysia, because there's a lot of, just a quick introduction. Pandai is actually an app to help students to revise their studies using their gadgets. Okay. And we have started Pandai in January last year. It was not intended for the pandemic, where students are being affected and has to learn from home. But it's just so happened that the pandemic happens, so that it suddenly boosts the usage of our app. Okay, so just a quick introduction. So this is the interface of Pandai, and what we do is we try to motivate students to learn using gamification. Okay, because we know that children at the young age, they need a little bit more push to study. So this applies not just to boys, but all to girls as well. Actually, in Malaysia, there's even an esports team consisting mostly of girls. So girls are into STEM, but maybe it's not so prominent compared to boys. Okay.
All right.
So when we apply gamification to our app here, I'm just going to show you a little bit of a demo. This part here is where we apply gamification. There's a lot of apps in the world really helping students using gamification as well, but our app is made for Malaysian students because we see that there's a lack in that area. So what the students do is they will have to earn their life. This is really intuitive for them, for children, because they have been playing a lot of games through other platforms as well. So when they have their lives, that means they can take 5 quizzes based on any topic that they choose for the day in Pandai platform. And then, well, of course, because we have a paid version and a free version, the one I'm showing you now is the free version of Pandai. You can access our platform from pandai.org. Yeah. So the free version, every day students are allowed to practice 5 topics of their subjects. Yeah. If they want to do more in a day, they have to upgrade to a premium features with our subscription. All right. So we cover all the subjects based on the Malaysian curriculum, as well as competition preparation for major maths competition, even computational thinking competition that is certified by our Ministry of Education. So as the children try to push to do as much topics as they can as possible. They can even collect coins where they can sort of skip whatever topic that they
All right.
want to do.
Okay, I think I have ventured into their website. It's really fun. So thank you very much, Raja. Yes, Panda has incorporated gamification. There is also in thing with the STEM education. So thank you very much, Raja.
Most
and
welcome.
all welcome to go to panda.org.
I will put the link in the chat.
Yes. I would like to call N. Nadarash, Science Center from Singapore, to share something. N. Nadarash?
Good morning, Dato, Dr. Noraini. Good morning, everyone. I don't think, I think it's been really very interesting listening to everyone here. My name is Anne. I work at the Science Center in Singapore. So a lot of what I do is very similar to what Tunku Nasaria was also explaining about in her work in petroscience. Of course, she's the top person in petroscience. I deal with the education programs. So I've been privileged to be in this team with Lynn, Dato, Tunku, together. And in Singapore, we also do feel that STEM is very important, and it's charted as a way for us to move forward. There is, I would say, an integrated kind of framework that has been put out by the Ministry of Education, and Science Center is one component of it. I would say that our role is, as Tunku Nasaria was talking about, the informal component. That's where we are. So there's a formal component of actually talking about curriculum in schools, how the subjects are being integrated from primary all the way, to secondary and to tertiary, and how the Science Center is an informal space, informal environment, contributes to adding that excitement, that interest, which is important in helping students get interested in STEM, and then all the way, primary, secondary, and then all the way to STEM careers. So that's where we are, and of course our I would say way of working. We are a small country. The ministry actually has, I would say that there's a standardized curriculum across the country, and we really want to hear. I mean, I'm so glad that Dr. Noraini invited us to this, because I can hear examples and experiences from different countries as well. I would say, I believe, I heard Dr. Selvaraj talking about active learning strategies. That's one of the ways in which I think informal environments help, in the sense that active learning strategies seem to level the playing field for both boys and girls. Somehow it allows girls to actually be on the same platform really as boys. So we were very strong advocates of that. Thank you.
Can't hear you, Dato. Cannot hear you.
Sorry. Okay, Singapore has been, doing very well in STEM. And then if we notice the PISA and the teams, Singapore has been the champion of all this. So on top of the champion also, I noticed that because I've been following your 10 o'clock news in my Astro, looking at how now Singapore is going to SDG, yeah? The sustainability, and then how that how did the Singapore really forefront, and then on top of that, they are also being, the country is so lovely, greens, and the STEM champion is there. How did they do it, Anne? So maybe you could share something.
Actually, Dato Noraini, I don't know whether I'm the right speaker since I'm just one
from
small
your
person.
from your observation, I know with the science center in Singapore, how your observation, you know?
Sure. I would say that we are lucky in the sense that the country's ministers, the government does I would say education is very important. So even when we're not doing so well, somehow the education was never it's prioritized. So and we know that for us, because we don't have anything else, we have no resources, nothing. And the resources are all in actually training our manpower and in having that. So we put a lot of effort into that. And a lot of our policies are involved in actually making sure that we're ready for the STEM industry and for actually being able to have the skills for it. I wouldn't say that we are there yet. We still have our own challenges in having our, once they graduate at the polytechnic and the universities, there are still, they still lack skills in taking over STEM industry. So that's something that we do need to address as well.
All right. So thank you. And then once MCO uplift, we would like to visit your science center. And
yeah. So Dato Noraini, actually, I'm also trying to arrange a meeting with you offline.
All right.
With my team. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. All right. Thank you. So now open to other sharing. Introduce your name and where you from. Okay, Mr. Haziq, pass to you.
Okay. Assalamualaikum to all brother Muslim and good morning to everyone. I'm very happy to be in the team. Okay, my name is Muhammad Azad Aiman bin Muhammad Idris. I am the founder and CEO of the NSWAF Enterprise. We currently focusing on developing and conducting about industry technology augmented reality, AR.
Okay.
So what we can offer to STEM is we can conduct a workshop from student so that they can learning the science, any subject, science, technology, even engineering and maths more easy, more efficiently. So that make the student more understanding the subject, what they learn lah. So what we can offer about life simulation, about how the career works in real life, so the student can prepare themselves in early age, so that they can practice their skill, improving their skill and their knowledge before going to real job, so that can do better more lah in real life job lah. Beside that, we can do some exhibition AR either in international or local. That show the student ni lah. So the student can do more project about AR, so they can share their project to around the world lah.
All right, very good. Very good. I really like about augmented reality because people will be able to, use the gadget and to visualize what's happening to the situation that related to maybe environment or maybe situations. Very good. So we'll pick up, my committee will pick up of your offer. So now I would like to call Russian Salangam. From Regional Development Mission for Asia, Bangkok, Thailand. Please, Russian, where are you, Russian Salangam? Russian Salangam? Russian Salangam, are you here? Would like to hear something from Thailand. Okay, maybe it's not here yet. Okay, next, Dr. Vivid Atika from Indonesia. Dr. Vivid? Dr. Vivid? Okay, not still not there. Okay, if you're not there, we're open to other colleagues. If you want to share anything. Rosaimi, you want to share about your visualization? Rosaimi? Okay, okay, Ravi is there. Okay, I pass to you. Ravin, please share. Rani, okay, Rani, pass to you, Rani.
Hi, Dato. How are you?
Okay, good. Please share.
Happy morning to you and everybody. Yes. Actually, my focus is more like everybody is
Which
like.
organization are you from? Please, share.
Oh yeah, sure. From LTT Global Communications.
All right.
I started this in 2004. Prior to that, I used to teach law. But from my dining table, I got back into education because it's close to my heart. So by teaching English via SMS then, but over the time I've evolved. So my speciality and expertise is in curating quality learning content to make learning accessible and affordable.
Okay.
And right now, as much as we have lots of apps and everything, but I think one of the most important thing when it comes to STEM education is actually having our teachers change the mindset, because you know, it is very, very crucial. It's not good having all these things, but when it comes to teacher-student relationship, it's not open, you know. They have to believe more in their students. They have to motivate their students and challenge them to succeed. They have to like sort of transfer the control to them, but believe that they are still the most important person, but make sure and stress on students their responsibility to make sure that whatever that they take part, there's teamwork, there's critical thinking.
So that means your organization be able to work with us, you know, to on the pedagogy and all these things, yeah? So
yeah, basically I can help you with that as well.
Okay.
Because that is very, very crucial, because when teachers get it right, everything will be easy. Whatever you are doing will become more easy. Even they can have like learning clubs in schools, which will become more productive.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Rani.
Yeah.
All right. So I would like to call Dr.
You're welcome.
Dr. Elia from University Pendidikan Indonesia. Please share with us about Indonesia. Dr. Elia. Please unmute, Dr. Elia.
Thank you. Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Everybody. I come from Indonesian University of Education in Indonesia. In our faculty, in the Faculty of Mathematics and Education, Mathematics and Science Education, we have conducted a STEM, and we call in Indonesia is Mathematics. Mathematics, Science, and Technology Rekayasa.
Okay.
We conduct the STEM until now has 2 years. The faculty has organized to all of our students from the physics, biology, and from chemistry and mathematics. They make in a group. And every group has consists of from various departments, from chemistry, biology, mathematics, and physics, and then they can collaborate, and then they can improve their
UPI train teachers, right? Produce teachers for Indonesia STEM.
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
So that means UPI is the major, one of the major university that on pedagogy, they're training teachers.
Yes,
right?
yes. In our
Yeah.
university.
So from your observation or from your research or whatnot, how did once they graduate, do they ready? Like what I show in my framework just now is Indonesia. In the teaching and learning of STEM, is it really fun for girls and boys and so forth?
Yes, yeah. We do the group for the
The training. And then I also noticed that when I Google University Pendidikan Indonesia, you have your lab school.
Yeah.
So how is that helps in your preparing of STEM teacher, or how is that?
We prepare the teacher for STEM is it is the second year for us to teach them about the STEM, but we have the group for the STEM, and then we can go to the lab school to collaborate with the teacher in the lab school to improve, to do with them, to collaborate in the teacher in the lab school. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Good. So
Thank you.
I mean, I'm really looking forward, to work with University Pendidikan Indonesia.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So all right. Swami Irwandi. Yeah. Dr. Irwandi from Sekolah. Please share with us your excitement. And I heard that Sekolah, you built your own building following STEM environment, because Sekolah always got tsunami and so forth, right? So how do you encourage STEM in Sekolah Banda Aceh, Indonesia?
Okay, thank you. Now we already run for the STEM research center for 3 years. Yeah, for the building, most of the building in Banda Aceh, they face for the seismic hazard. Yeah, we always building a strong building because we know we face the seismic hazard. And then for the STEM for the building, this is still in the purpose, yeah, because now we try to establish like the center for the STEM center, but it's still in the project, yeah, because now is always promoting STEM, and in the national scale they recognize STEM, but it's step by step, yeah. It's not easy because if you propose something.
All right. But I see that Indonesia is picking up, doing well now.
Yeah, of course, I see.
Yeah.
They encourage for the some STEM activity, yeah, and then they also encourage for establishing like department for the STEM education, yeah, and then we also try to propose to establish STEM program for the master. Yeah, this is what we can do for the STEM. Yeah, instead of the what we have done for 3 years, and then we also continue collaboration with some like the a company. They give us the like CSR funding for support some activity.
All right, good. So I think we will collaborate more with Indonesia. Now we notice that there's Dr. Ella from Jakarta. Yeah, so I think National STEM Association is looking forward to and then Dr. Ella, we can
okay. Yeah? I'm in Bandung, not in Jakarta.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
In Bandung, we also have collaboration with UPI.
Yeah, it is UPI. I think Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia is UPI.
Okay, okay, good. So we'll be
Professor Ari Widodo.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Then we can work hand in hand to
Okay.
enhance following our so from cradle not only to career. Now we have to find new name because we just agreed just now. We put in the senior citizen also.
Yeah, yeah. We have a new name in Indonesia, not them. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I think we would like to call Mr. Pisia from Philippines to share on Philippines, please. Yes. All right. Pass to you, Mr.
Hello.
Pisia.
Hello, good morning to everyone, and thank you for calling on me, Dato. I'm going to share some of the things we're doing in the Philippines. We're doing several, but the things that can be related to what we have here. One would be during the pandemic, we pivoted our efforts to communicate STEM to the students by producing a TV show. You can learn some about that TV show on our YouTube page, which I'm sharing here. But we're also airing it on free TV here in the Philippines. And we add not just a STEM twist to it, but a STEAM twist. And that is why every episode is not just about science, it's also about the culture and the arts. And we make sure that it is always very close to the Philippine context so that the viewers here in the Philippines would not see science simply as this abstract foreign thing that is not related to daily life, but it's something that belongs to everyone, including to them, and something that they can participate in. Another thing that we encourage our viewers here, because one of the big challenge that we have noticed when it comes to sharing science and communicating science is that one of the big challenge is not encouraging students to go into STEM. Here in the Philippines, the STEM fields have enough pull, they have enough prestige to encourage a lot of students to go into them, both boys and girls. And we have a high level of parity. If you look at the number of students who enroll in STEM fields here in the Philippines, in university, there is a good parity when it comes to the gender of those who enroll. It's 50-50. More so. It's to keep the graduates of the STEM fields here in the country. And I guess that is a very, very big challenge that requires the whole of country approach, the whole of nation with industry that must be there. But when it comes to our museum, one thing that we find really challenging and something we can help with is to encourage the broader public to engage with science so that they would know when someone speaks and is interviewed on TV, they would know which person is the real expert and which one is not a real expert, right? We would like the broader public to basically have the critical thinking skills and to think like a scientist, so much so that even if they're not scientists, for those who do not think of themselves as science people, they would still be able to distinguish real experts from pretenders. They would be able to distinguish reliable sources of information versus those that are not. They would be critical consumers of information and not just share false news on social media, for example, and have a high level of trust so that when a group of real experts of scientists give a recommendation, they would know how to understand it, how to interpret it, and therefore would follow it. I think one of our biggest challenge here would be whenever scientists ask, why don't the public listen to us? Why don't they follow our recommendations?
Yeah.
And when there's that disconnect between, oh, we're the experts, we have these data and the information and that we're sharing to the public, why don't the public trust these and follow them? That is our challenge here as science communicators. And that's why we're trying to communicate to the broader public. Yes, and one thing we're trying to do is through that TV show or through encouraging, one last thing I'm going to share before I end is this thing that we do also in the museum where we share, we have, for example, conversations. We call them Better World Cafe. Conversations between experts, scientists, engineers, and experts from all different fields.
Very good.
And they converse with the public. Yes.
Okay.
Instead of a lecture, it's more of a like this, a roundtable discussion.
Right.
So that we encourage scientists and the broader public to connect.
Oh, interesting. Very good. Very good. Thank you. From Philippines, yeah? All right. So, Mr. Jeheba from our Ministry of Housing, can share something, Mr. Jeheba, first to you.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Distinguished guests, good afternoon, good evening. So I just would like to share a little bit like what Dato has said. Dato, thank you for organizing this. Very quick one.
It's not so clear.
I have to make a leave shortly, but just Dato, just to share with all those who are here. I had the privilege to work with Dato since 2007. And during the time, Dato was the advisor to the school that I was working in, which is Mutiara International School. One of those things I would like to share is Dato has been very passionate in regards to making learning which is more fun. When I joined the school, we had students taking 11 IGCSE subjects. So we thought of making it relaxed and making more fun. So Dato and her team gave the authority to me as a teacher to have one whole period just for students to engage into creative thinking. And that's very good. And what I appreciate with this flexibility that Dato gave all of us is allowing the teachers to create their own curriculum, their own lesson plan, and not to being structured. So what actually happened here is during that our sessions that every week we had with the students, it ended up we teachers learn a lot from the students. So the point that I'm bringing up here is creative, fun learning works very well. So, we can actually use STEM, okay, we can create students learning in a fun way. And this obviously will be something that is what the government and the country or the globally, all of us need. So number one, the point here is flexibility, giving to the teachers, allowing them to do something rather than making things very structured. So this is something that probably the policy makers needs to consider. So this is something that I would like to just share. And the other thing I would like to also share to all those present is what currently I'm working with the Honorable Minister of Housing and Local Government, and she has been a champion with regards to women empowerment. And she's very, very keen with STEMs, and we have spoken to Dato about it, and we are looking forward to cooperate with STEMs. And like what Dr. Peng has said earlier, we are also working into smart homes. Yes, we would like to get engaged into it, and we would like to encourage more young women, to our girls, to get into STEM education. So that's it from me, Dato.
All right. Thank you very much. Smart home, right? This is another initiative we should be included in our framework. Excellent. All right. Maybe I could call Dr. Ng Pei from IPG. Dr. Ng from IPGM? Yes. Please share with us anything from IPG that we can collaborate. Pass to you, Mr. Dr. Ng.
Good morning, Dato, and all my friends from all over the world. I'm so happy and proud to be part of this meeting today. And actually, I'm learning from all of you. And I'm so happy that there will be collaboration between the educators, academicians, as well as industries. So I think this is a good effort. So as frontliners, meaning we are training the teachers, so we hope that we get the teachers ready to be in these initiatives and get in touch and build the collaboration and get involved more. Thank you for this initiative, Dato. Dato, we can't hear you.
Dr. Ng, maybe you could share some of the lovely initiative done by IPG, because I noticed that I've been working also with several IPG, a lot of good initiative. Maybe you could share so that we can pick up, and then later on we could National STEM Association as and University Malaya STEM Center today, we could pick up, and then we can collaborate with IPG also. So, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of lovely initiative done by Institute Teachers of Malaysia. Maybe you could share something?
Okay, Dato. Currently, we are working on rolling out what we call it as in Bahasa Melayu is as a KPPD, or we call it NPDL. So it is more of a meaningful learning. We call it it's actually deep learning.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm actually involved in education more than science and mathematics. I think in the group we have Dr. Fan and Dr. Hoy. Maybe they can share about STEM because they are in mathematics.
Okay, Dr. Hoy, Dr. Hoy,
Dr.
please.
Hoy and Dr. Fan.
Dr. Hoy and Dr. Fan, please come in. IPG is one of the largest institute of teacher training to train primary school teachers. Yeah. So Dr. Fan or Dr. Hoy, please. Dr. Fan, please share with us.
Good morning, Dato.
Good morning.
Very happy to be together here in this platform today. I just would like to share our experience in Teachers Training College of Sultan Mizan, Terengganu. Actually, we have one initiative here. I collaborate with the UNIZA. We come up with the idea that last 2 years that we propose to focus on the Pesisir Pantai, which is beach coast area, because in the East Coast, along the beach, most of the pupils actually, they are moderate in their education. So we come up with this idea that UNIZA come to our college, bring along their electronic parts, and then the robotic parts, which we call the teachers and we call students together in our college actually, led by UNIZA. Then together with the STEM lecturers and our pupils, our student training teachers, we come together to help the UNIZA lecturers to teach teachers and students. This is the first stage. This was the first stage last 2 years. For this year, Dato, we come up with the FRGS actually. We propose an FRGS to collaborate with the UNIZA again, that we will further out our research actually in bringing out the technology, the STEM element actually to expose to the pupils in the beach coast area. That's all, Dato, our initiative.
All right, good. All right. And then Dr. Fan, he and been working to get, looking also on communication, like what I was sharing just now in the framework. He's also a champion in the how to get a student on communication skill and problem solving. So maybe we can collaborate, Dr. Fan, RPG and us and NSA to enhance further and also flourish our the STEM framework, through your best practices. All right, I saw Dr. Ruzaimi excited to share something. Okay, pass to you, Dr. Ruzaimi.
Hi, I'm the Croatian ambassador in Malaysia. On behalf of the embassy and me personally, I would like to congratulate MTE on the 20th anniversary and wish a lot of success.
Hello, very warm greetings from the Kingdom of Bhutan. I am Sangeet Chetup. On this very special day, I would like to wish a very happy 20th anniversary of MTE 2021. I look forward to work and learn a lot from you all in the near future. Once again, happy anniversary.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dato. Allow me to present the slides. Yes, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everybody. My name is Ruzaimi bin Madrani. Just to talk about something related to close to my heart actually, visualization and STEM. I think this topic is very crucial to all. Means that from children to whatever career that we are going to embark on STEM's ideas. Okay. Okay. This is a very serious topic. Visualization is critical to STEM as we are visual literate society. That one is crucial. This one is the fundamental that I think is very crucial for STEM to look seriously on this, because based on my research, based on my observation, we are not prepared for this. Okay. Why this is critical? Based on NSA approach from cradle to career, without a proper visualization skills, STEM won't go far. Most of us we stay at mediocre level. I will explain later. Okay, continue. I'm very sure if you want to produce a STEM society, which is a very powerful STEM society, or we need to have a STEM inventors. To create STEM inventors, we need to understand what is the fundamental of STEM inventors. The idea is for inventors, they need to create. If they want to create, they need to draw. We need to draw to visualize our creative and innovative ideas. I think everybody will agree with me on this. Because if you refer to STEM, everything is about creation. We don't want to create STEM users alone. We want to create STEM inventors. The more STEM inventors that we have, the better chances that we are going to move STEM from this level now to the higher level. Because if everybody looking, if we are able to create STEM inventors, we are able to create a new economy for us in every country. Because the more inventors that the more invention that we created, the better will become to our countries. Okay, I think we agreed drawing skill is a critical to STEM. I think everybody will agree with that, because drawings is critical skills for visualization. The question is, are STEM society prepared with the drawing skills? That is the challenge for us to answer. For me, it's useless for us to talk about STEM's application if the fundamental of STEM itself, especially in communication, we are not able to deliver properly. If you refer to this, the reason why I explain this, I've done my research. This is the work that I already tested to teachers. If you refer to these two drawings, this is educator's drawing, this is the student's drawing. Looking at this, the teachers are not able to visualize it properly, whatever they think. After our session with them, this is the results. So that is interesting. Although a lot of people think drawing is just a drawing. No. If you refer to a lot of research now, visual communication become a very critical skills that everybody have to acquire, especially STEM. The reason why, if you have a lot of ideas inside your mind, but you cannot put it on paper, that is the biggest challenge to all, especially STEM inventors. And then I'm not surprised that we have a lot of STEM competition, we have a lot of winners, but we don't realize one thing, this one. Actually, the winners of that STEM competition is staying at this good zone, because they are able to visualize it properly. But the problem with the majority of STEMs is sitting on this area. But based on my observation I've got my training programs, based on my observation during my training programs, most of the participants and during that process, I've tested pre-tests, they are very weak and moderate in visualizing their ideas. That is the challenge. The reason why, if they are not able to visualize their ideas, the problem with us, we are not going to have a very solid invention. That is the challenge. So what we need to do is to make sure that everybody at this age, how to do that? To improve our drawing skills. That is the fundamentals. Once you are able to improve your drawing skills, you will be able to improve the way you visualize things. Okay. I think it's right. If you want to test this idea, it's very simple. Now, after this session, you imagine something, draw whatever that you imagine on a piece of paper, and then read that your imagination. What is the percentage of based on imagination compared to what you have drawn? I'm very sure most of you will become like this. A very interesting ideas. Unfortunately, you are not able to freehand visualize it proper. That is the crucial part that we need to tackle. I saw a lot of discussion talking about visualization, but they never realized that visualization fundamental is drawing skills. Drawing skills, a lot of, during my program, a lot of people ask me, Doctor, we have software, we have courseware, we have digital things that we can use to visualize. Yes, true. But using digital, it takes you some time to produce that. So it will, I'm not against the digital. What I'm telling you is the first thing that we need to do to improve our STEM society is to nurture drawing skills among them, the manual skills. Once they are able to do that, then wonders will become after that. As mentioned by Dato just now during her presentation just now, communication. Yes, but a very good point which Dato brings, communication. The main component of that communication is visual communication that we never really serious on that.
Right.
Okay. So what should we do? Drawing culture in STEM. We need to do this. Drawing culture in STEM. How are going to do that? We have to start with teachers, not children, not students. The teachers have to be good at drawings. That is the challenge. On what purpose? Visualization of STEM ideas. That is the main purpose of why teachers need to know how to draw properly. Okay, if you, I'm very lucky to be born in 1975 because during that time we are in the transitions of manual to digital. So Alhamdulillah, I'm still good in manual. But the challenge is for the young generation. They are more imposed to digital setting. So that's why we need to do something about that. Looking at I've done a lot of training on visualization. There's a very big gap. Our young generation cannot draw very well manually. That is the facts that we need to ponder. That we need to think what actions that we need to help to help them. Okay. Our challenge is we know, but what is our effort? That is our challenge. We know drawing is critical for visualization. What is our effort? So what I can suggest to STEM is we have these three major players: educators, parents, and children. Because these three play a vital role to make sure that our STEM society to become a better STEM society. Because we have to start with the educators, and then parents, we have to educate parents about this, then continue with the children. Because this community will become whatever profession that they will become after this. Okay? Our effort, we have to do a specific activities related to drawing. Specific, we cannot, specific, that means we have to inject STEM, drawings in STEM society, STEM activities. But before we want to inject that, we need to have a formal education, formal understanding about drawings itself. Okay? Impact of course, it will be impact to educators, parents, and children. Okay, I want to share, this is some of the programs that I did. We are using Drawzania courseware to enhance learning and teaching process on drawing skills. Okay, this is one activities. This is in a school. Oh, wait. Okay, this one is in for adults trainings. It's not just for children, for adults training. We also use Drawzena courseware to enhance the teaching and learning process. Okay, this one, and then, oh. Okay, this is in schools that we did for drawing skills for visualization in schools. I think the teachers, okay, for international audience, what these teachers told in this video, they think visualization is critical, especially drawings. Okay, that is for the schools. And then next is, this is for career adults.
Okay. Anything else, beside the training? You want to share? All right. Is it all right?
So, Doctor, that's all.
Okay.
Dato, that's all.
All right.
Just to share the video.
Thank you very much. Yes. I noticed that you use left hand. Is in order to become good visualization, do I have to use my left hand?
No, actually, no, Dato. The most important thing that for everybody to draw is not about left-handed. It's about the technique and the right approach.
All right. Okay.
So that is the things that we need to start.
Yeah. So we can collaborate. Yeah, not only in Malaysia but also in other parts of the world that we have all the members of the roundtable today. I really would like to hear something from Dr. Vivid Atika from Indonesia. Can you please share with us? Dr. Vivid, are you still here? Dr. Vivid? Yes, yes. Dr. Vivid, please share with us.
Actually, I'm from STEM, University of Shah Kuala. Yeah, right now we are developing a lot of module or maybe chapters. Yeah, for like learning models. Yeah, for school, for all education level. And we also created like some how to say, like a model. Yeah. STEM model, like for students to learn, but right now we don't have like special department like for education learning, for STEM education learning, but we just have students who involved in research in STEM education, especially for master students. Yeah, maybe that's the progress that we are achieving right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Please now feel free to share with National STEM Association Malaysia. We would like to, collaborate a lot with Indonesia. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We are waiting for that, Dr. Noraini, because right now we also working on to make our STEM center, to be the best or how to say, like the best research STEM research center in Shah Kuala University.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. All right. So I saw Dr. Sharas from INTI International University. Dr. Sharas, please share your STEM involvement, and also, how did INTI International University, enhance STEM? Dr. Sharas? Dr. Sharas? Dr. Sharas, are you there?
I believe she left already, Dato.
Okay, okay. All right. So, would like to hear again if Mr. Rashin Salagam from Thailand. Are you still there? Mr. Rashin Salagam, Regional Development Mission for Asia, Bangkok, Thailand. Not there yet? Okay, still waiting for him to share something from Thailand. Okay, anyway, now I open to the remaining that I'm not able to call to share anything from your side to help looking at the STEM framework that I just shared in my beginning talk just now. Okay, so please, all are welcome. Whoever want to share from your company, please introduce your name and your company, and how can we work together with the National STEM Association.
Dato, there is some question in the chat box.
Okay.
For example, we got question from Inventor Hut. Oh, I believe Mr. wanted to share first before we go for the questions.
Hello. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello.
yes.
Yes. Hi. I'm Jack from Inventor Hut. Actually, I'm from this education training for this coding. Over the last 4 years, actually, our Malaysia already doing this RBT subject for 4 years. Maybe we are still not very seriously in it, and but we already operating this for about 4 years. Okay, so what I feel this industry is that instead of saying girls like STEM or not, or boys don't like or what, I think let's go back to the nature of the education first. Everything starts from the MOE, the Ministry of Education. Yeah? So if our government feel like this is not an important subject, so what the teacher will do? They feel not important. You take a look here. There are a few points that I want to raise out here. The first is the time. How much time they allocate for the RBT, the STEM subject? Maybe about 1 hour or even less. So if that's just a part-time curriculum way to do it, how to make the students serious? You see, the mathematics, Malaysia language, English, why the student can do so well? They go for tuition. They pay a lot of money for one-to-one tuition. Why they want to invest on that? Because government look seriously into it. Every week we study 3 to 4 hours. Not enough, go exam, you fail, you die. So this is the first point, the time. The secondly is that the budget, according to my understanding, from year 2019 or 2018 until today, the budget has been cutting down from the last time about, let's say, one school 100%, let's say 20,000. Now only got about half. You see, the RBT subject has about nine chapters or 9 fields to look into, including the agriculture, the food production, programming, mechatronic, and those things are not cheap. Suppose compare with the last time, and we're not counting the inflation, the money should be increased, not reduced into half. If the money reduced and the subject increased, how to do things?
Mr. What?
Yes, Mr. Jack here.
Okay, Mr. Jack.
Yes.
As a president of National STEM Association, that is beyond my control. But as a president of National STEM Association Malaysia, we can collaborate. We can do some bottom-up initiative.
Okay, good. If that is the case, we should look into like we do more workshop and then long-term monitoring for the students.
Sure. Please come. Please register at our STEM admin. We will contact you, and then how can we go about?
Because, yes, there should be more workshop doing from the private centers here. Yes.
Okay, so we can work it out together. Yeah.
Yes, already registered. I'm a member now.
All those budget and the policy is beyond my control. But my control is from bottom up. That's why the purpose of today's roundtable, not only looking at the STEM framework, but we want to hear best practices from Malaysia and also other parts of the world that are here today. So we can collaborate and help together. With other, we can charge or we can, but I think now even we charge also people don't mind, because a lot of parents and community, they are hunger of knowledge now, so that's why. And today we would like to see that our training is of interest to our young generation and also adults and also women and girls. Why women's? Woman is a mother at home. Some of them might not don't want to continue their work, but if they are well educated mother with STEM, then they can encourage their children to learn science, mathematics, and become engineers, doctors, or inventor or educator, like what I was saying earlier. So I think Mr. Jack, is it?
Yes.
In the heart, please register yourself. I think my STEM admin there is collecting all the data and propose what can we work together. And then the Institute of Teachers Training also is here. We can work together. I know the merrier we are, but we are bottom up.
Yes. I think more consistent and continuous training is required. Not like just the holiday camp, then 3 days, then after that.
Exactly. Cannot.
So we need to plan for a longer workshop for that. Yeah.
I agree with you. There are some activities we can do it short term.
Yes.
There are some activities we need to do long, 3 years, 4 years continuously. Training, exposure. Then only that they will open up their mind to see that, wow, I like physics. Oh, this chemistry. If too much iodine in my body, I might spoil my kidney. So they started to learn about chemistry. So these the things that National STEM Association Malaysia want to collaborate either in Malaysia, Australia, USA, Thailand, Philippines, Singapore, and so forth, Indonesia here, so that we will help our not only nationwide but also globally. We want to collaborate. So this is the way forward of today's roundtable. Boleh, Mr. Jack?
Yes, no problem. Yes, good idea. Good idea.
All right. Okay. All right. So now open to others, please.
Dato, Dr. Saras is back.
Okay, Dr. Saras, you want to share with us from International? I saw that you have been writing a lot of books on assessment on STEM, and then your research also. Please share with us how. And then your student from the international there, maybe you can share, and then what can we do together? Dr. Saras?
Good day, Dr. Prof. Noraini, Dato, Noraini, and the rest. I'm sorry I couldn't join earlier because I'm having some connection problem here.
All right.
And I managed to listen to the last part of Dr. Ruzaimi's talk, and I totally agree with him that we lack the basics actually. The educators as well as the learners. I think the basics is more important before we go into application. So in that sense, I really agree with Dr. Ruzaimi because I find that students lack the basic knowledge and fundamental skills. We don't have to go so far as visualizing application problems, even to draw straight lines or to draw isosceles triangle. They don't know how to do that. So I think, yes, we want to bring these movements forward, but we also have to see the root cause and tackle the problem from the root, and then we bring it forward. I think the Dato. But like I said, I wasn't in from the beginning, so I let others to share, Dato.
Yeah, maybe you did a lot of your thesis on the how the your assessment must be the formative so that STEM will be able to enhance further. Maybe you could share something on the formative because people seldom talking about curriculum and assessment. We talk a lot on pedagogy activity, but from your exploration on assessment, maybe you can share a little bit on that.
My opinion is everything has to go hand in hand, the curriculum, the pedagogy and assessment. If our assessment is at once but the pedagogy is not, students are not going to be able to cope with it. So it's very important that we tie the curriculum, the pedagogy and the assessments together. Like they have to be synced, and they also have to be able to bring the students from one level to another. I think the problem is like students are not prepared for certain tasks, whereas they are being expected to do the task well. So it's very important firstly to look into our the synchronization between our different levels of learning and between the pedagogy, curriculum and assessment, Prof. We can have a very good assessment, or when we can have a very fantastic curriculum, but are they being tied together? Is there a connection between them? In my opinion, I think that is important. Thank you, Dato.
All right, thank you. All right, if you are not speaking, can you please unmute your speaker because it's the echo. All right, thank you. All right, so excellent, Dr. Charas. Yes, whatever the assessment must be able to in line with our outcome of the curriculum that we design. And then when we talk about the curriculum that we design, of course, it must link up with the pedagogy, which is a lot of companies has designed a lot of materials, models, and so forth. So that means how that we synchronize the curriculum, the pedagogy, the activities, and the assessment, so that we be able to produce a balanced human being in terms of cognitive, active, affective, and also psychomotor. Yeah. All right. Okay. Now I open to other members of the round table to share anything else. Please introduce your name, where you're from, and how can your sharing be incorporate with our STEM framework.
Assalamualaikum, Dato.
Waalaikumsalam. Sila. Yes.
Yeah, I'm Amani from IPG.
All right.
I just would like to share something that what we have done in IPG actually. A team of our friends have conducted a very simple research on teachers actually, on STEM teachers. So from the research, we found out that teachers actually need help on the engineering process. Because they have been teaching in isolated, I mean silo. So the maths teacher will be teaching maths and so on lah. So what happened is that we try to build a module on teachers, on STEM teaching, on how we are going to sit together with all different aspects, and we sit together, find out one project to do, and we finally come up with one model we call it as Mr. Chakor. So if you don't mind, I would like to share with you this very simple model that we can come out. We call it Mr. Chakor, so as to catch the attentions of to make it simple to our teachers lah actually. Can you see this, Dato and everyone?
Oh, even though your PowerPoint is in Malay language, never mind. You just explain it in English to explain what does that mean for your PowerPoint there. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
So this is actually we put one like cartoon, Mr. Chakor. This is the Mr. Chakor. So it stands actually for the acronyms of the processes of the process. So M will stand for asking questions, yeah, menyoal.
All right.
And teachers have to sit together and they have to rancang. They have to plan, and then they come out. Because our problem is we see that teachers have problem on how to design STEM teaching.
Yes.
How to design the STEM teaching. So the Mr. Chakor is actually helping them. So and then they have to design. They come up with simple experiment. Simple experiment. So this one is actually we give on example on how we are going to do the sprinkler. When you are away, you give the problem-based learning actually how to solve the problem, and then you have to share among the teachers or among the different teachers of different field on how to solve the problem, and we do reflection. So this we come up with a Mr. Chakor, and we do some training for our lecturers so that it can, you know, go as a ripple effect to teachers in our system actually. I think that's it that I want to share with you all, and we have conducted some courses for teachers so far.
Excellent, excellent. I think Puan or Dr. Puan ke?
I'm Dr. Amani.
Dr. Amani, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Amani, maybe we can work together and then join National STEM Association.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We need to, you know, enhance our teachers. Some of our teachers good, but we want to make it better.
Yeah.
And then we can fly STEM and talent higher
Very
for
true.
nation and also Malaysia.
Yeah.
So I would like to call Satash from USA. Zatas, are you here? Zatas?
Hi, Dr. Noraini.
Hi, how are you? Why so quiet? Come, share something.
Okay, yeah. So just give me a second. I will open up my website that I wanted to share over here.
Yeah, Zatas is your office is stationed in US, in Pakistan.
Okay, so one company is in Pakistan and one is in the US. There are two different organizations that I am representing, and both are related to, one is more related to STEM education, and that is we have taken a different direction with space science-based STEM education. So I wanted to share that initiative with you.
Yes, sure. So
just let
what
me share
MCO
my
is lifted, we can visit you, Zatas, in Pakistan and US.
Sure, definitely. So we operate online, definitely. So I'll tell you one interesting thing that we've done. I visited Indonesia and I conducted a training for earth and space science for science teachers, for STEM teachers from Southeast Asian countries. That was in 2019 before COVID. And that was, you know, the STEM training in terms of space science.
Yes, all right.
So can I share my screen?
Sure, please.
Yeah, can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, and I will leave this website with you all. So this is Curiosity. This is the US-based company. We have got this offering where we, you know, we have digitized all our STEM content. So before COVID, what we used to do was we used to visit schools and do STEM events, particularly targeted towards girls also. In Pakistan and throughout the world. So we would go in person and conduct these workshops. However, due to COVID, what we did was we digitized all our STEM programs and we brought them on an online setting. So we have got 4 courses right now, which are very popular. One is Live from Space, and the idea is that how do you spread awareness about space science and space knowledge among the youth through STEM education? So in my experience, what we've realized is that STEM education is a methodology, and you implement that methodology to teach these subjects and form a very basic, strong foundation of STEM among the youth, be it any profession that they take up in the future. So Live from Space is basically based on hands-on science activities and models that they build in which they see all science concepts and engineering concepts in action. These are models that are made using everyday material because during COVID, parents would not be able to buy anything special. So this is very, very basic material that is used. Then we have virtual robotics. And so I'd just like to share that I'm a certified robotics judge and trainer. I travel around the world to, train teams and take teams from Pakistan to participate in first Lego League, first Global and World Robot Olympiad. And I've introduced World Robot Olympiad at the national level in Pakistan. When COVID hit all of us, we had to think something about robotics. So what we came up with, we tied in with Coder Z is a platform, and Vex Robotics. These both have virtual programs. So you can not construct a robot, but what you can do is you can teach programming using block-based programming and Python. And recently, I coached 2 teams who participated internationally in the virtual robotics program, and we won 2nd place around the world. So this is, virtual robotics is a very good way of teaching math and computer logic building, logical thinking that we talk about in STEM education. That is built very nicely in this because it's a 3D simulated environment. Kids enjoy it because they think that they're playing games. And through that gaming environment, they learn math concepts like angles, like measurements, like a lot of different, mathematical concepts are applied here. Then we have Streamers Masterclass, which is a video editing and video effects program. Besides this, we also offer mental math or mind math. It is based on the Japanese abacus to boost confidence and mathematical thinking techniques among children. This is our website. We have a curriculum that is applicable to anybody around the world. And we would like to collaborate with organizations, with schools in Malaysia to get started, because we can give you access on this platform very easily and you can enjoy the activities. So this is implemented with schools, they get access and they take it from there. This is about me and my business partner, Nehan, and myself. We have started this in 2018. And so far, we've touched upon more than 10,000 students physically as well, but through this digital platform, it has been, I think it's 1,000 plus users that we have on it. So thank you very much for the opportunity. I am enjoying all the presentations here and look forward to collaborating with you, Dr. Noraini, and other schools from Malaysia. Thank you very much.
Yes, sure, Zatas. We would like to venture more on all what you have shared. Okay, Encik Shah, you excitedly want to share something from the Industrial Committee of National STEM Association Malaysia? Pass to you, Mr. Shah. Okay, please.
Dato, thank you very much.
All right.
All right, thank you very much, Dato. Assalamualaikum to all, and a very good morning to everybody as well. I'm Shah Rizali from as a member of a National STEM Association Working Committee for the Industry. I'm also a lecturer and a researcher from University Kuala Lumpur, British Malaysia Institute. I would like to share with you my slide. Before that, I have implemented with a few of my colleges the industrial final project that relate to the industry. And we managed to get a lot of collaborations from the industry to work together to solve as a next level solving industry problem by having the not just the graduate to assist, but also the final project degree undergraduate students. So on top of that, working with an NSA as the Industrial Working Committee, I'm also contribute some ideas for industrial framework. I would like to share with you the screen if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, please.
All right. Is it there in the screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Basically, what we have here in the screen is that we have the NSA, National STEM Associations, the Industrial Project Framework, in which the project framework are 6 components. Okay, followed by the mapping of the industry. I will show it to you some of the industry which have already listed. and hopefully there are more industry to come to join us as members, inshallah. So the more, the merrier.
Mr. Shah, I think those who industries register with us today, either from US or Pakistan or
Yes.
Australia or so forth, please invite them also into collaborating with your framework here. All right?
Yes, Dato. Yes,
Okay.
Dato.
All
Inshallah.
right. Okay.
Just a very short, very quick. Okay.
Okay.
We have here 6 components. It's already listed here, but the most important here is the market validations. So that through the market validation or the survey, based on the projects or title that we have identified with the industry, we will be able the students to create a student with interesting we call the environment of learning and also explorations and fun, not just male or female. Everybody within the categories from cradle to career or to the golden people to the oldies people to the adult.
We'll
Right.
find a nice word later. Yeah.
Inshallah.
All right.
Okay. Therefore, we can present the idea or the proposal to the industry and get the industry agreement by having the unionist value propositions from the presentation, also the demonstrations. Okay. My next slide is about what we have achieved and also what the university which I'm as a lecturer have achieved. We managed to get engaged students from the university levels to get in touch with the industry and get informations, and also to do some what they call this technical gap analysis and also survey, so that they will be able to identify clearly what the problem facing by the industry and then provide better solutions to the industry. But the solution might not be a solid project. It could be a model as well, or process flow. Okay. Lastly, my last slide will be the industry partners, which are the members, already members with the National STEM Association. So we are really hoping that more coming from the industry, not just locally, but also internationally, to get together with us, to sit together, and we could improvise the presented framework, and then to get things started. Thank you very much. Thanks, Dato.
All right. Okay. Thanks. So thank you and congratulations also to Mr. Shah. While he listened to all of us from beginning until now, he and his team has came out with a lovely framework just now. So I would like to invite all those either from the industry or from other agency, please register and indicate your intention to collaborate with National STEM Association Malaysia, and following also Mr. Shah framework just now, so that we can really impact and plan and helps our young generation, golden generation, and so forth. All right. So I pass to what is this? Dr. Kuni from Sabah. She has been excited to share with us on her young scientist project from Sabah. Dr. Kuni, pass to you, Dr. Kuni. Dr. Kuni.
Prof, salam to everyone. Wait a moment, yeah.
All right. She's excited to get collaborators from Malaysia and also other parts of the world to enhance further on the young scientists, all the young children ages 5 years and below. They have a lot of fun activity in Sabah. But we want to make it bigger and not, to collaborate with others. Yeah. Okay, Dr. Connie. Maybe you can talk first, and then later you can share while talking.
Hello everyone, I'm Connie from Sabah. Okay, I'm Connie Ompok from UMS under the program of Early Childhood Education of the Faculty of Psychology and Education. We are determined to increase STEM education starts from children. That we believe that early STEM should start from early childhood education. Okay, we at our program at UMS, we have tremendous effort in STEM, especially in Sabah. These are the example of program that we have implemented at University Malaysia Sabah, focus on children. So far, we have prepared 3 modules, STEM COVID reasoning, animal STEM, and food STEM for the preschoolers. Okay, these are our movement. Program 1, we start in Ranau. Okay, STEM movement with Professor Dato Noraini Idris, with the industry, Jabatan Pendidikan Sabah in 2018 and 2020. Okay, STEM movement. These are the activities with the children in SK Rampayan, Menggatal. We have also organized activities, STEM H19 Caring School with SJKC Chunghua Tawau. Also, we also participate.
Can you show us, Dr. Kuni, can you show us the activities? Because now it's only the, the PowerPoint indicator. Yeah.
Okay, actually, the activity, yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I have shared, but it
didn't come out.
The screen. Yes.
Didn't come out lah, my dear.
Wait a moment.
Something technical problem ke apa?
At the moment it looks okay.
But Dr. Koni, you should.
Dato, maybe I will share later again.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Miss Ain from UITM, you want to share something, please? Ain from UITM, Johor. Where are you, Ain? Ain, don't have that? Okay. Rani, you want to share something of your short video on your activities that maybe we can pick up from there?
Yes, Dato. Actually, it's not about my activity, but it is on my website as well. But it's a short video that shows how the different subjects are integrated into one. Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right.
Okay. 1 minute. Sorry. Okay. So this is my website. It's stemcareerforyou.today. And this is the video I like to share with everybody. Oh, sorry. I think I'm not sharing screen, is it?
No, not yet.
Sorry. 1 minute. Now you can see my screen, right?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Yeah.
How about now, Dato?
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
so,
Okay.
yeah. So that's my website, and this is the video I wanted to share.
Hey there, that ice cream looks delicious. Is that strawberry? Know why it tastes so good and looks so delicious? Let's figure it out with STEM. Your tongue has millions of sensory cells that capture and send taste information. Sensory cells are very fine-tuned biological sensors. Your smartphone has technical sensors. It can recognize your finger with its touchscreen, colors with its camera, or GPS data with its antenna. The data comes from satellites and shows you where you are on Earth. The Earth is a tiny planet with a radius of only 6,370 kilometers. You might think you're eating your ice cream peacefully, but actually, you're racing around the sun at 30 kilometers per second. The sun is at the center of our solar system, which is part of the Milky Way. That's a galaxy with 300 billion suns. The distances out there are so huge that they're measured in light years, because light waves are the fastest thing there is. Using light waves, plants absorb CO2 and produce energy and oxygen. That way, they create the basis for all life on Earth and ingredients for ice cream. Light allows you to see colors, which are just light waves with specific wavelengths. Light waves are reflected by the ice cream, taken in by your eyes, and sent to your brain. And then comes the taste information from your tongue. Happiness hormones are released, and we think, yum, strawberry. And hormones are, oh, sorry, enough information for now. But as you can see, STEM explains a lot of things. And also, why the same things are sometimes solid and sometimes liquid. All right, I'll buy you a new one.
All right, thank you for sharing. There's a lot of science and even mathematics chip there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, you can collaborate. Yeah, my people will pick up about your company and will contact. Yeah. All
Sure,
right. Now,
Dato.
yeah. Thank you. I open now to other people. Want to share anything else in line with our STEM framework, cradle to career, or the golden age, and best practices. Introduce yourself, from where, and then okay, Najhar has raised the hand. Okay, Najhar, pass to you, Najhar. Najhar, you raised your hand just now. Want to share something?
Yeah, it's Ayu Johar. Your turn.
Okay, please share. Oh, Najhar, something wrong with the mic. Oh, kesian. Okay, siapa boleh ni kawan-kawan boleh sharekan dia punya apa Najhar punya mic, something wrong. Okay, anyway, I open to other members of the round table. Yes, excitement is there now. We want to know more from the STEM framework and also the best practices from your organization. We want to collaborate. We want to make it bottom up and to fly STEM and talents together. So open to other members of the round table, please.
Okay, Dato, I think I'll share some ecosystem that at STEM Center that we are trying to create.
Yes, please, Dr. Mas, share.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me present the screen. Okay, hope everyone can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, because like I think University Malaya is a research university. So not only like STEM education is very important for us, so it's a very fundamental pillars for us to get students that can embark into the quality of research. So at the moment, for example, we are having like lack of talent. For example, we have our Prof Sazali who can actually like talk about these vaccines, but we don't have the the talents that we can develop. So we need someone else. We need more people. We need like more Professor Ulong. So we are having that problem. It's a very big problem now because we are trying to close the gap. And like I know that some of us like feel that the education is under the Ministry of Education's power, but what we are trying to do, we are trying to create an ecosystem where we can have some way that we can provide alternative to the students who can learn STEM education or who love STEM but not into the normal track. So we are the Secretariat for the National STEM Association, and we know that the STEM education is a formal thing, but we also have some informal programs that we collaborate with a lot of people. And from that, we kind of have three main things that we're looking at. We are looking at the action program, where all the types of program that stems in STEM, all the programs that are being done either by the educators, by the companies, or by a lot of like passionate people who are doing the action program, and bring in the students to enroll and join the program. But on top of it, we are doing a STEM research based on the programs. And also, what we are trying to ignite is for the students who join the program, for them to sustain. For example, like a student going to join us program A at the age of 5 years old, but we are going to follow up with this student when he is like maybe 7 to 8 years old. He might need we are going to enroll him in another program so he can use whatever like knowledge of STEM from the beginning to innovate something into a STEM innovation. So it's we are trying to create ecosystem. So it's as you can see in the one slide that I'm presenting. So in a formal way, we have this program so-called the My STEM Ambassador, who, like what Dato said, is the coordinator for the 20 IPTAs, the public universities. But what we are trying to do, we are going to expand this to all the private universities as well. So this one, the benefactors are the university students, most of it, which is the first undergraduate degree. But it's not for them. It's not only for them. Yes, we wanted them to become empowered with STEM knowledge and STEM skills. It's not necessarily only for STEM courses students. It can also for law students, for the social science students, from the sports science students. So everyone can join the My STEM Ambassador program. So once they are being empowered with their STEM skills, what they do, they are going to come up with some modules that they can perform the informal program to the STEM students at the school level. So one, they are going to enhance their knowledge. Two, they also will help the students at the school level to enhance the knowledge as well. So from there, we also involved with some outside, like private companies or private entities. For example, we have Samsung Software Tomorrows. They are doing their STEM innovation program. We have a Mini-Cater STEM, which is one of the pillar in the National STEM Association, one of the biggest program under the National STEM Association, where we pick up all these students who enroll in this and who join this program, and we kind of like empower them to come up with innovations. So we also get help from our Office of Industry and Community Engagement, where we call Innovate where they are helping us to fund any of the programs that have the potential. So from there, we come up with a research on STEM research. So as you can see there is the STEM practices on the proceedings, and we have the STEM journals from our foundation studies. So we share out the knowledge of this program that we from the formal, the informal, from the innovation sides, and we share as a publication wise. So all these we come up with with the modules, and as we hope that one day we can open like one channel for the student, not only like based on their exam results, but might also like based on their skills, STEM skills from the school side, that they can enroll, for example, as a pra-university at University Malaya. So that's, we are looking at a longer term, so we can provide an alternative into a STEM education. So if you would like to collaborate with us, I think yes, we are the secretariat for the National STEM Association. So whomever register under National STEM Association, we definitely collaborate with UM as well. So thank you, Dato.
Thank you, thank you. You know, there's also, you can see there, Mommy's Lab. Okay, this Mommy's Lab is situated in our Faculty of Engineering. So we have a little small code now, the white code though, for so when they come to our engineering faculty, they can visit the Mommy's Lab. It's not all mummies there. There are some puppies, fathers. Fathers there also. I mean, what I see here is that we, the formal, informal, the ecosystem, is from cradle to career, and we collaborate. Yeah, National STEM Association of Malaysia. Our office is in University of Malaya STEM Center. So all today, the members around table, please register. Please indicate, please propose, what can we work together? Because as I said, we work as a family, yeah? We don't want to comment about politics or whatever. We are here to work like a family under National STEM Association Malaysia, and different countries, different agencies, IPG, Institute Teachers Training, all are welcome. So we will work closely, and we have a very good committee, like Mr. Shah just now. Very short notice, he and his team has came out with a framework to work to invite a lot of industry player to either from Malaysia or from other parts of the world. We want to see that a lot of our young people, they said, Yahoo! I love STEM, Yahoo! So I will be into coding, I will into agriculture, I will do music, but their knowledge on mathematics, knowledge on their chemistries and so forth will be voila. We're going to stop at 1 o'clock. We have about 27 more minutes. I saw Najha ready to talk. Okay, pass to you, Najha.
Yes, sorry for the technical issue just now, Dato. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. Actually, nice meeting you again, Dato, on this platform.
Yes, yes.
We have met before. I am Rayu from University Tun Hussein on Malaysia, Johor.
All right.
Actually, I would like to share with Dato and other guests today on the STEM project that we are working on right now. Actually, right now we are developing a STEM teacher competency model based on Malaysia's STEM education conceptual framework.
Right.
Actually, this project is funded by FRGS and is led by Dr. Muhammad Suhaimi Sulong.
Right.
And we also have Prof Zaki as one of the project member.
Right.
And actually, based on this developed STEM teacher competency model, we hope that more modules that can assist the STEM teacher can be developed in more proper program lah.
Yeah.
And one more, Dato. Sorry, my name is Noraini, Dato. Ayu.
Noraini. Oh, okay.
Ayu.
Noraini.
Ayu, Dato.
Ayu. This is a very good program. So why don't you work with our team in National STEM Association Malaysia? Once we have a very good, the teacher education, what your module that you are doing. So we NSA has signed agreement with Finland to accredit. One of our industry partner, Pandai, he has gotten the accreditation from Finland. Ya, ni Cik Suhaimi, ya, nama dia pun Cik Suhaimi juga from Pandai tu dengan Nazar tadi. So they have that. So why don't you work together and then refine and make it better, and then we can help our country. And then there's also Institute Teachers Training College here. So why don't invite them together, under National STEM Association, and then we can make it better. All right, please. Sorry.
By the way, Dato, one more thing. I would like to take this opportunity actually to get your blessing and consent to be part of our project by becoming our expert to be interviewed, so that we can have your opinion and expertise in order for us to develop the better competency model.
All right, sure, no problem. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Dato.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, who else want to share? Please come in, introduce your name and where you from, what you can share, please.
Yes, hello. My name is Miro and I'm from Australia.
All right, welcome.
So Dato and Noraini, thank you very much for inviting us to the National Association for STEM and the STEM Roundtable. And also, I think also, obviously, we have talked to you before and it has resulted in a lot of work also in Thailand and around the world and in Malaysia. And we're on the organising committee worldwide. So it actually has made quite a difference. What we actually do, I think, is very much lined up with the synergy with the space science presentation that I just heard from Pakistan, but also the pedagogy is also hands-on. So we always make sure that it's hands-on. One of the problems that I see, particularly lately with COVID and also with Malaysia's rollout of 150,000 computers, I noticed going out into the country, which is a good initiative, but there's also a danger there of students actually getting AI game addiction. And what we need to do is make sure that the STEM is actually more interesting than just playing the games. I think it's very, very important to be able to do that. And for that to happen, we need to be able to also get students and teachers to be able to do engineering easily. So we have a technology which is able just to take hours instead of months to be able to complete projects, even projects such as connecting into drones. Okay, so they can actually include drones in their project as well. So for example, we have this drone here, which can be connected very easily into Internet of Things and artificial intelligence. The students are on the internet, they're using artificial intelligence games, but now they can actually do hands-on, 80% hands-on. So if I can take a few minutes and show you a short demonstration, is that possible?
Yeah, please.
Okay, very good. So what I would like to show is, if I'll just turn around my camera, this is one of the reasons why I'm using a phone. We actually have, for example, here a controller which has a Wi-Fi chip. We invented Wi-Fi in Australia. So there's Wi-Fi because you can open a development page and then connect in very many science sensors. For example, this is a light sensor, but we can connect temperature, we can connect pH, chemistry, etc. In fact, this has been used also for biogas projects, even for students to be able to do that. So I'd like to actually share my screen. I have the computer here as well, and I'm just sharing. Okay, so I'll share this one, and this is actually a development page which you can open directly on the Wi-Fi chip. So no need to install apps. This can work on phones, it can work on Mac, it can work on Windows, it can work on older computers because it just works in the browser. So you can see here that we have the wires are connected to these ports. If I then go to C7 and create digital out, then what this is actually the blue wire, if you can still also see my video, to this box and this lamp. When we press the off button, this lamp actually turns on immediately. And this works across the internet. So it can be used for teaching, learning, and even project development across the internet for STEM. Also, the sensor is on C7. So you see number there, a number next to C7. This is directly from the sensor. Immediately, if I cover my hand, the sensor number goes down. If I uncover it, it goes up. So immediately we can use that and apply it to put it into the coding. So in the code, we can simply do things like turn on lamp. Okay. So if I type in the word lamp, then we can immediately use it in the code. And it says turn on lamp, for example. Okay. And if we want to turn it on depending on a certain value, then we can type in the word sensor, and we can even enter in there and put in okay, if the sensor is actually measured like that, and we want to compare it. So now we're using a little bit of logic, a little bit of mathematics, and we can add that in just like that. And then if we run the code like this, and I'll stop sharing the screen, okay, so that you can actually see the lamp. So if I now cover the sensor, it says that it's going to turn on the lamp. So you can see that they can actually trigger the activities immediately just with 2 simple lines of code. Now I have also here some code that I've prepared. Let me go back and share. I've actually prepared similar code to connect into the drone. So I want to show you how that actually connects into the drone.
All right. I think, Mr. Miro, we got roughly what you want to share. So why don't you propose to the...
You were saying something about
yeah, and then from there we'll pick up how can we go forward to collaborate, yeah? All right.
I think Miro would take only 2 more minutes to show you how he can control the drone with what he has done with the sensor.
Okay, if it's because we need to give other people opportunity also. We are now almost 1 o'clock, yeah?
Sure. Just another minute, he'll be able to show you. This is how the students will be able to do the dashboard for, like just now about visualization. This is the actual visualization. And then to make it changing the STEM pedagogy is what you're going to see from 80% theory to 80% hands-on, making IoT STEM AI projects. So the program has been done with a few lines.
Okay, can you see me again?
Yes,
having
yes.
some trouble. Okay,
Yes.
over here, I actually have on the ground the drone, and the buttons that you saw are connected directly to the controller. So what I will do is simply connect into the drone, and you'll be able to see that the students can not only just do the buttons, but they can make their own buttons, they can put in their commands, and they'll be able to actually drive the drones as well. Okay,
so Afik from the NSA technical committee has this drone also, and he has our software, and he will be able to do a lot of demonstration.
Okay, we will get another day, you know, to resume and just focusing on programming, coding, and also the drone. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Is it on now?
Yeah, he's ready to do that now.
Okay.
Are you ready? So it takes only a few lines for the students to get engaged. There's AI voice synthesis also. So this drone could be an intruder alarm to stop people from coming to your office, and be able to then use AI voice synthesis. For instance, kids can type in a simple alarm message of police on the way. Your photo has been sent to the police, run or you go to jail. This can be done by 12-year-old students upward.
Okay. So over here we actually have the buttons for the drone, and the buttons are actually made in the code. Okay. So the drone, for example, okay, you can actually drive the drone left and right.
All right, I think because we have a lot of
even make the
questions,
drone to
I think
flip.
Mr. Miro, we will get a separate day. I think we will also invite Afiq to join you on other separate day. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Miro. Thank you. Okay, now Dr. Mas, can you share with us question from Facebook? Dr. Mas?
Yes, we have like 2 questions.
Okay.
Actually, like, one question is coming from the Facebook. So,
all right.
Someone is asking how to attract students to get involved in STEM during this pandemic. So I think that's a very tough
yes,
question
yes.
we have to answer.
Yes. This pandemic, I think Pandai, maybe you want to answer. How do you attract from 200 students to 10,000 or 12,000? Pandai, where are you, Pandai?
I'm here, Suhaimi.
Okay, all right. Okay, how do you attract during this pandemic? From non-pandemic, you only get what you said about 200 participants.
Yes,
But now pandemic, you get what 200,000. Maybe you can share how to answer the question.
Okay, thank you very much. I think first of all, when we started building Pandai, it's not specifically to solve the pandemic. So the pandemic came afterward. So we were in a way quite lucky. Because when it happened, we were just launched for 3 months, and in the beginning we don't have that many people. When the pandemic came, then in the beginning we did not have any like advertising or Google ad or Facebook ad or anything. So it's all about through the word of mouth. So we send WhatsApp messages, we send Facebook, and we contacted friends and families, and the messages just get viral. So and then during the MCO, there were demands for this in March 2020 when it first started. So the number increased, from 2,000 to 40,000, 60,000, 80,000. At the end of the year, we have around 140,000, and by now we have around 200,000. I guess it's a mixture of the demand which is there, and then getting to the customer through word of mouth, and later on when the company is bigger, then we have paid advertising. So I guess the idea is that you have to know where the people are, and for example, there are Facebook group with parents, with teachers, and then there are also WhatsApp group with educators, with like even groups which are not related specifically to education, like group Taman or group Surau and all that. There are always parents, and there are always people who are looking to help the students. So the idea is that we want to help.
Okay, yeah. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Suhaimi.
Thank you.
Yes, National STEM Association Malaysia, our members is a variety from a different sort of organization. Our members is 18 years and above. So definitely, National STEM Association, we receive teachers that teaching primary school, even the university student, high school student, and then industry members. They become our industry National STEM Association members, like Pandai, like Zania, like Wasia, is in the manufacturing industry. So there's a lot of industries also joining us, and of course we also have a lot of academician, and then the parents community. So National STEM Association, yes, we have several activities during this pandemic. Just go to our website, and then Facebook, and then we will definitely through our Facebook and IG, we advertise a lot of activities during this pandemic. And now with this roundtable, we have meeting a lot of organization, either from academia, from industry, and I know all our industry member that has presented just now is of wow quality. So definitely our committee member will pick up all this activity, will contact the company, we will blush into our website, into our Facebook, into our IG, Instagram. Please visit and then please join. Yeah, most of our activities, either we give it free if you are a member. If you are non-member, maybe you have to pay some minimal fee. So please join us as a National STEM Association Malaysia as a member. Then a lot of information will be given to you. We also set up a WhatsApp group within National STEM Association member of Malaysia. We always blush. So next week, we will organize a town hall on how to make fun teaching early primary school on the 2nd of June at 10 a.m. 3 p.m. And then how to, develop quality teachers at the secondary school on the 4th of June at 3 p.m. also. So, and as National STEM Association Malaysia, welcome, either from local or international. Mr. Shah has also advertised himself under industrial, to get more initiative to join. Yeah. So yes, from the Facebook question, NSA during the pandemic, yes, I'm very fortunate because I have a lot of marvelous family from different company, agencies, teachers that are continuously, sometimes every day we have activities. If you can see from our Facebook, so join us, share with us. We are looking forward, to do a lot of activities with you. So we have about 8 more minutes. Other question, Dr. Mas?
Yeah, we got, I think, one last question. It's about how we can help this student at the rural area, poor gadget and bad networking during this pandemic. I believe NSA is also doing something about it. Dato, maybe you can share about our tips. Yeah.
Yeah. So National STEM Association, we are also collecting donation. We have bits of money being donated to us under pandemic, under poor areas, student that without problem payment for internet and handphone. Please write to our secretary, which is our Dr. Mas, and we'll vet for that, because now we also whatever money we have, we will share out with the unfortunate people. Yes, NSA have that, and also we are still looking for more fund, more donation from all the companies or whatever, to make sure that we be able to help the unfortunate people. Yes, we have the program. All right. Okay. Last one. Any more question, Dr. Mas?
I think that's it. We kind of cover most.
All right. Anything else? Maybe last opportunity for those who has not been presented. Want to share something? 2 minutes. All right. All okay. All very happy. All right. Okay. So in conclusion, I definitely would like to thank you to all my committee member, especially to the host today for the Google Meet, our engineer, Dr. Mas, from STEM Center for coordinate our platform today, and also Dr. Latifah, another of our committee member from University Selangor, Malaysia, to organize the Facebook, and of course Encik Shah, our for the industry, and our secretary and assistant secretary, Dr. Azhar and Puan Noshima, and others committee members that be helping me today. Actually, I forgot that today is a Wesak Day. It's a national day. It's a national holiday for Malaysia. I thought, I forgot, because when I work, I forgot about holidays, about, day and night and all this thing. So, but thank you very much to all of you that has come in, despite of today, Malaysia is a public holiday. We have a big crowd in the Google Meet and also in the Facebook. Thank you very much. And our committee will act on it. Yeah. If they don't act on it, please email to me or text to me. They say that I have not been called anything. I will make sure that is happening. We want to help, and we work from bottom up. Yeah, because we are not the minister and we are not the top people ranked in the officer. We are in the National STEM Association Malaysia, but we will definitely helping not only in Malaysia, but all over the world to collaborate and to make it STEM a fun way to go. So with that, thank you very much, everybody. And we're looking forward to have great collaboration, and we'll make it happen together. The framework is from cradle to career, formal, informal, and then more activities to make every layer of the pipeline a successful in terms of loving STEM. With that, thank you very much, and see you in other occasion. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.